Topic 6. Public policy. All political systems set policy, whether by legislative vote, executive decisions, judicial rulings, or a combination of the three. In many countries, interest groups and political parties also play large roles in policymaking. Policy is generally directed toward addressing issues and solving problems. Many issues are similar in almost all countries, such as the need to improve or stabilize the economy or to provide for a common defense against internal and external threats. However, governments differ in the approaches they take to various issues, as well as the importance they place on solving particular problems. Common policy issues include economic performance. Governments are often concerned with economic health/problems within their borders. Most also participate in international trade, so their economies are deeply affected by their imports and exports. The 6 core countries provide a variety of approaches that states may take, and they experience an assortment of consequences of both good and poor economic performances. Economic performance may be measured in a number of ways, including gross domestic product, GDP, all the goods and services produced by a country's economy in a given year, excluding income citizens and groups earned outside the country. 2. Gross national product, GNP, like GDP, but also includes some income citizens earned outside the country. 3. GNP per capita, divides the GNP by the population of the country. 4. Purchasing power parity, PPP, a figure like GNP, except that it takes into consideration what people can buy using their income in the local economy. Social welfare. Citizens' social welfare needs include health, employment, family assistance, and education. States provide different levels of support in each area, and they display many different attitudes toward government responsibility for social welfare. Some measures of social welfare are literacy tests, distribution of income, life expectancy, and educational levels. 2 commonly used measures of social welfare are 1. The Gini Index, a mathematical formula that measures the amount of economic inequality in a society, and 2. The Human Development Index, HDI, that measures the well-being of a country's people by factoring in adult literacy, life expectancy, and educational enrollment, as well as GDP. Civil liberties, political rights, and political freedoms. Civil liberties refer to promotion of freedom, whereas civil rights usually refers to the promotion of equality. Although the 2 concepts overlap, the protection of political rights usually implies that the government should be proactive in promoting them. In addition to differences in how much proactive government support is advisable, liberal democracies also vary in terms of which civil liberties should be preserved. All liberal democracies uphold the rights of free speech and association, but they vary in terms of rights to assemble and/or criticize the government. The constitutions of many liberal democracies guarantee civil liberties and rights, and most communist, post-communist, developing, and less developed countries pay lip service to them. Freedom House, an organization that studies democracies around the world, ranks countries on a 1 to 7 freedom scale, with countries given a 1 being the most free, and those given a 7 being the least free. A number of post-communist countries have made significant strides in this area in recent years, but many others remain highly authoritarian. Environment. Many modern democratic states take a big interest in protecting the environment. European countries in particular have had a surge of interest expressed through the formation of green parties that focus on the environment. Environmental groups have also promoted the development of a global civil society by operating across national borders. For example, environmental groups in the Western democracies assist environmental groups in the developing nations by providing advice and resources to address the issues facing their countries. National groups meet at international conferences and network via the internet to address environmental issues on a global level.